Did you know that a single domino could knock down another domino that's 50% larger in size? If you do the math, the 18th domino would be as big as the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The 23rd would be taller than the Eiffel Tower. The 31st would be higher than Mount Everest by 3,000 feet. And the 57th would be the same height as the distance from the Earth to the Moon. What if you could channel the power of a single domino in your own life? Gary Keller, in his best-selling book, The One Thing, wants to help you find your first domino. The one that will allow you to knock down bigger and bigger goals on your journey to extraordinary results. Success is built sequentially. It's one thing at a time, Keller writes. All you need to do is line up your first domino and shoot for the moon. So what's your first domino? Your one thing. The thing that's most important for reaching your goals. It's difficult to come up with one thing for any area of your life. After all, don't we have many things we want and need to do? But Keller argues to-do lists are part of the problem. They can be ridiculously long, unprioritized, and made up of trivial, unimportant stuff. Instead of a survival list, Keller says you need a success list. A list that aims you in a specific direction. A list that lines up the first domino toward your goal. A list purposefully created around extraordinary results. To turn your to-do list into a success list, start by prioritizing all the things you should do versus all the things you could do. Ask yourself, what matters most? Once you've separated your vital tasks from the many trivial ones, Keller wants you to do it again. This time, separate your vital few from the vital few. Do it again and again until you arrive at one thing, your most important thing for success. If you're still not sure what your one thing is, the focusing question can help. It asks, what's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? Your one thing has to be specific, doable, and purposeful. But sticking to your one thing is difficult. It's hard to connect what you're doing now with the future. By asking yourself a series of focusing questions, you'll be able to connect today with all of your tomorrows. Maybe you want to become meat-free. Ask yourself, based on my someday goal, what's the one thing I can do in the next year to reach it? Perhaps you'll want to have given up beef, pork, and chicken by then. That sounds pretty doable. Now ask, what's the one thing I can do this month to be on track to hit this year's goal? Maybe it's to give up beef entirely. As you can see, you work your way down until you come to today and to now. But extraordinary results don't come without extraordinary effort. You need to not only put in the time, but also put that time on your calendar and keep the appointment. Keller suggests blocking off a minimum of 4 hours per day to focus on your one thing. And if you can work on it as early as possible, all the better. By finding your one thing, asking the focusing question, and putting in the effort, you'll experience extraordinary success. Don't build your days around a scattered to-do list. Turn it into a success list and start dreaming big. Let the one thing help you find your first domino.